Afenifere responds to Kwankwaso. Is the North really neglected? When Rabiu Kwankwaso, the presidential candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, in 2023, accused President Bola Tinubu of neglecting the northern region of Nigeria, it sparked a heated debate. But here's where it gets controversial. Afenifere, the influential Yoruba socio-cultural and political group led by Reuben Fasorenti, vehemently disagreed with Kwankwaso's claims. On July 25, 2025, Abagun Omololu, the National Organizing Secretary of Afenifere, released a statement dismissing Kwankwaso's assertions as grossly misleading and deliberately incendiary. Omololu expressed disappointment that Kwankwaso, who previously served as both a governor and a minister, would make such statements without grounding them in factual evidence. He argued that during the tenure of the late former President Muhammadu Buhari, the North actually received considerable federal attention, a fact Kwankwaso seemed to overlook. According to Omololu, no region in Nigeria has seen a greater federal presence in the past decade than the North. To illustrate his point, Omololu highlighted several infrastructure projects initiated during Buhari's administration. For instance, the Kano-Maradi railway extension, which reaches into the Republic of Niger, was cited as an example of what some might call skewed infrastructure. He provocatively questioned whether this project aimed primarily for national integration or to facilitate cross-border movements of Fulani kinsmen. Furthermore, Omololu mentioned numerous road projects that have been awarded in the North, including the dualization of the Kano-Maiduguri Road, the Sokoto-Tambuwal-Jega Road, and the Abuja-Kefi-Lafia Corridor. He also noted that the Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano gas pipeline was being expedited, and substantial funds had been allocated for infrastructure development in Katsina, Borno, and Niger states. In his statement, Omololu accused Kwankwaso of attempting to stoke regional tensions by promoting a false narrative of favoritism towards the South. He emphasized that development is a gradual process and urged Nigerian leaders to refrain from using ethnic rhetoric. Instead, he called for statesmanship rather than ethnic division to guide the national conversation. This controversy underscores the complexities and sensitivities surrounding regional development in Nigeria. As we navigate these discussions, it's crucial to consider the broader implications and seek balanced perspectives. What do you think? Should regional development efforts be more evenly distributed? Or do some areas genuinely require more immediate attention due to historical or economic factors? Nigeria in crisis. Kwankwaso exposes root causes of poverty and insecurity. In a recent dialogue on the 2025 constitutional amendment, Rabiu Kwankwaso, former governor of Kano State and NNPP's presidential candidate for the 2023 general election, made a bold statement about the root causes of poverty and insecurity in northern Nigeria. He identified mismanagement of public funds at the national and subnational levels as the two key issues driving these problems. But here's where it gets controversial. Kwankwaso didn't just point fingers at the federal and state governments. He also criticized lawmakers for being compromised and wealthy individuals for manipulating the system to further marginalize their regions. Kwankwaso warned that these issues need to be addressed to bring relief to the majority of Nigerians who are currently experiencing hardship. He didn't mince words when he said, "I believe the issues we face today in this country, particularly in this part of the country, have to do with the mismanagement of resources by leaders at the national and state levels and even at local government levels." He also took aim at what he described as a deliberate shift in national spending priorities. From the information available to us, it seems most of the national budget is now tilting to one direction in this country, he said. Kwankwaso shared a personal experience to highlight government neglect. He was supposed to travel by air, but his airline shifted the departure time, forcing him to travel by road. He described the road conditions as terrible, very bad. He added, "This is a road that was started many years ago, right from the beginning of APC's leadership." Kwankwaso also alleged that wealthy individuals are using their money to manipulate lawmakers, especially those from the North. to vote in favor of policies that further marginalize their regions. He called on lawmakers to resist pressure and stand firm during the upcoming constitutional review process. But this is the part most people miss: Kwankwaso's criticism of the government's spending priorities and his call for a more equitable distribution of resources. So what do you think? Is Kwankwaso right in his assessment of his situation? Or is he missing something? Let us know in the comments below.